Welcome back to the channel today, guys, and I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody is having a blessed and wonderful day today, and enjoying time with their families and friends and getting a good meal in today. Today I'm reviewing my two SKX watches. The one on the left is the Orange Boy SKX011J1, and I am also reviewing my SKX009K. I'm wearing today, I'm going to give you guys a wrist shot here. I got the SLA047J1 Marine Master. The best and most beautiful watch I've ever owned. I will be doing a review on that, I promise. But back to these watches here today, I've had this watch in my collection now for almost 5 years, I want to say. This was a gift for my twin brother. I got this as a gift when I was going through a pretty tough time in my life. I had a relationship that suddenly ended the week before Christmas, and my twin brother, God bless him, gifted me this watch, and it was perfect timing because this watch put a smile on my face and kind of helped mend the broken heart during the time. Had been with somebody for about on and off for about 9 years, and she decided the week before Christmas to let me know she's moving on with another guy. So this watch is was a godsend and a blessing to me at a time when it was needed, and forever grateful to my twin brother. My 011J1 is a watch that I purchased this past spring, summer. I had seen this watch on a gentleman at a gas station / convenience store, and he was wearing it. I spotted it almost like 20 feet away on his wrist, and I kind of approached the guy and said, "Hey man, do you mind if I look at your watch?" And he showed me this beautiful example of an SKX011J1. And I just knew that after seeing that watch in person, I was like, wow, I gotta add that to the collection. There's not too many watches that I have that I need to get another one or another example of. But when I saw that, I said, yeah, that's gotta be added. This watch actually came on the Jubilee bracelet that's on this watch. My twin brother, when he had bought this watch, he had bought a Stripe Code 3D Super Oyster bracelet. And when he sent me this watch, he also sent the bracelet. This 011J1 was originally on a Seiko stock rubber strap. I don't really like rubber straps, or I'm a bracelet kind of a watch wearer. So I asked him, I was like, hey, when you send me the 009, just add, put the stock bracelet in the package as well. Which he did, and gracefully did, and like I said, forever grateful to my brother for gifting me a watch and a phenomenal Seiko 009 watch when I needed a smile to be put on my face. It did the trick, bro. Thank you so much. And so anyway, when this watch arrived, I had ordered this off of eBay from Creation Watches, and I paid a pretty good price for it. It was right around $500. And I know some people might say that's kind of crazy, to pay that much for, in this modern day, for just an SKX entry-level diver. But I've read reviews, I've studied this watch, I know a lot of the history of these two watches, and when these watches were originally produced and made many years ago, these watches were actually retailing for the $550 price range. And what people don't realize is Seiko was just giving incredible discounts and deals back in the day. So that's really what they cost. But a long time ago, Seiko would give incredible deals, and you could get both of these examples of these watches for right around the $250 price range. Today, that's no longer the case. That these are no longer in production, and I guess the watches are drying up. There's not many. Well, I'm sure there's still plenty to be sold, but the amount or the availability of these watches is no longer what it was at one time when they were still in production. So people are jacking up the prices. I thank God that this was a gift to me, because that would be another watch I probably would have paid the full price for to get in my collection. So it was very gracious of my brother again to give me that and to have in my collection. The specs on these watches are, it's 42 millimeters in diameter. Lug to lug is about 46, and these are right around 13.6, 13.5 thick. This watch that was gifted to me, the incredible thing about these watches is how they hold up and how good they look. This one, the orange one, is new, so it looks new. But this watch isn't new. My brother had this watch for quite a while before he gave it to me. And my brother isn't super careful with his watches. He wears them as they are meant to be worn, and as he should have. And I remember when he said he was gifting me this, I go, well, how does it look? You know, is it scratched up? Is it, messed up? And he's like, no. Now there were some marks on this watch on the sides of the cases. I did use a Cape Cod cloth on this one to just brighten it up and give it its original zeal, and that worked. And this watch I've now owned, he probably had it for 3 or 4 years. I've had it now almost 5. Again, this is new. This was a new old stock example, so I've had it since spring, summer. It just looks great. Like I said, I've got the original 009 bracelet on here, and it's a everybody knows the story about the Jubilee bracelet. It's jingly, it's jangly, it's not the most sturdy watch bracelet in the world, but it looks like $1 million, and it's got to be the most comfortable watch bracelet I've ever worn on any watch. And I've considered putting on a Jubilee bracelet on this as well, but when my brother sent me this, he had it on the Strapgoat 3D Super Oyster bracelet, and I was almost positive. I was like, I'm gonna definitely get a Jubilee bracelet, whether it be Strapgoat or the stock or whatever, Uncle Seiko, something. I'm gonna change it to the Jubilee bracelet. What surprises me is I'm so happy with this stock, or this bracelet on this watch. Now what I did do is I did put a stock Seiko clasp on this bracelet, just to make it look like give it the appearance of being a stock Seiko bracelet. So there is a stock Seiko clasp on that watch, on the bracelet I mean, and I think I'm just going to keep it on the Strapgoat because it just looks so good. And having 2 SKX watches, it's good to have one on the stock Jubilee, but it's also good to have a Strapgoat 3D Super Oyster bracelet. It's 2 basically the same watches, different color variants, but it's good to have a little bit of a variety. And this looks perfect. This looks perfect on this bracelet, and it wears very well. Gives the watch a little bit more weight and heft, but it doesn't make it overbearing. It actually balances out the case of the watch perfectly, and I just really enjoy wearing it. The one thing about, I'm wearing my Seiko Marine Master today, which is probably the best Seiko diver outside of Grand Seiko and the LX line. These watches have the same design language, and they're just beautiful. And I love the way these watches look. They're phenomenal watches. You can't go wrong with an SKX, guys. Anyway, thanks for checking out the review. I hope everybody's having a great day, a wonderful Thanksgiving. God bless, and see you in the next video.